Imagine a world where the nightmare of raising money never shows up again. No endless meetings stacked one after another. No pitches that force the soul to bleed. No crushing tides of rejection filing down your passion to a dull grind. Picture waking up every day knowing your vision, your mission, your entire reason for being is fully fueled. Not by chasing capital, but by the pure power of your own creation. That fire inside doesn't flicker in fear of running dry, because you have cracked the code beyond survival, beyond begging for scraps of approval. This is not some distant fantasy. This is what it means to break free. Every founder, investor, leader locked in the vicious cycle of fundraising knows this pain intimately. The endless chase traces scars deeper than just failed deals and lost hours. It cuts into your confidence, your clarity, your identity. You start to doubt your own worth. Maybe my idea isn't strong enough. Maybe I don't have what it takes. The world tells you this is just part of the game. It says you're lucky if you make it through the next round. But here's the brutal truth no one dares to say. This game was never designed for you to win as you are. It was scripted to keep the exceptional trapped inside a system that rewards the ordinary, that swallows rebellion and spits out mediocrity dressed as progress. The pitfall isn't just fundraising itself. It's the story you've been sold about what raising capital means. It's the illusion that your freedom, your growth, your impact depend on racing between pitch decks and term sheets, relying on others to validate your worth and unlock your potential. But what if the power wasn't outside you at all? What if the shackles were never real, and the key has been inside you waiting to be turned? Imagine reframing everything you thought you knew about fundraising. Step 1. Stop seeing money as the goal. See it as a symptom. If your startup depends on rounds of investment just to breathe, it's a signal that something foundational is off. You're caught in a loop where survival eats your innovation. You're not empowered. You're dependent. What if instead, every dollar that flows in is the natural overflow from something far greater? Real value created, real problems solved, real demand ignited. Here's the secret the world doesn't invite you into. Extraordinary founders don't raise because they have to. They raise because their ventures are unavoidable forces of change. They don't beg for fuel. They attract it magnetically. They don't spend nights crafting perfect decks for strangers. They spend days crafting perfect impact for their communities and customers, because that's where the real power lives. To get here, the first thing to unlearn is this desperate need to fit inside the cramped box of the system's rules. The system is made for standardization, for optimizing what already exists, not for creating what never has. If your startup is extraordinary, it won't thrive by some common playbook. It will shatter that playbook and write its own. So stop chasing the system's approval. Stop modeling success on others' comfort zones. Stop watering down your mission to make it palatable. Instead, align with those few who share your intensity, your refusal to settle, your hunger to reinvent what's possible. This isn't about networking as usual with a list of contacts to tap. It's about building deeply resonant connections, relationships where your brilliance complements theirs, where collaboration is not just strategy, but survival. What the world desperately lacks is a place for this kind of radical synergy, a place where misfits don't compete for scraps. They combine their rare gifts to build what cannot be ignored. Understanding this shifts everything, because raising money then becomes not a hurdle, but a byproduct. Your work, your impact, your relentless attention to what truly moves the needle creates a gravity field. And investors? They are pulled into your orbit because they see what you see. They feel the momentum you have already built. No longer strangers selling a dream, but partners invited into a journey already in motion. This demands ruthless discipline and crystal clear focus. It means obsessing over product market fit, not just as a buzzword, but as a living, breathing truth. It means knowing your users so well that forget fundraising for a moment. They buy your product, use it daily, pay for it willingly. This demand-driven model is the antidote to fundraising fatigue. It births independence. But it's more than just business strategy. It's a mindset revolution. It's about reclaiming sovereignty over your will and refusing to be dictated by fleeting approval or arbitrary milestones. It means being critical, always questioning, never complacent, refusing the comfortable lie that the system can't be changed, that the rules cannot be broken. Your reality is yours to redefine. Yes, it's lonely at the edge, but loneliness is a price for freedom. Finding others who burn with the same wildfire is essential. That's where the explosive power of aligned, complementary networks comes. This movement, this autonomous collection of rare minds breaking the mold, is the crucible where the future is forged. Here, difference is honored, not erased. Here, strength is woven from contrast, not conformity. This is how the impossible becomes inevitable. Patience is the silent weapon wielded by those who understand this isn't a sprint. Results come to those who see beyond the noise, who play the long game with perseverance and passion. Heaven doesn't fall overnight, but every day spent building, connecting, evolving chips away at the walls that confine you. Every small win writes a new story, your story, not borrowed from tired formulas, but authored by your relentless drive. Listen closely. The real slavery is invisible. It wears the mask of comfort and whispers that the hard fight isn't worth it. The siren call of convenience tries to bury your fire so quietly that you forget it ever burned. But the fire is still there. It's still yours. You don't have to be a prisoner of a broken fundraising system. You don't have to be a cog in the machine optimized for mediocrity. This is an invitation. Not for those who crave safety, but for those who thrive in raw truth, who refuse to settle for anything less than their full potential. For those who hear the silence inside, a tension so painful it's also a call, to find what's next, to exceed limits imposed not by reality, but by the accepted narrative. So, take this moment. Let it grind into your bones that raising money doesn't have to be that endless drain you once thought it was. It can be an echo of a deeper power you unlock by building real value, aligning with kindred firebrands, questioning rules, and committing to a fierce long game. The world's greatest founders never stopped at fundraising. They transcended it. Now it's your turn. The cycle is broken when you decide it is. The chains fall when you claim your will as your weapon. The future bends when you become the force no system can ignore. Stop asking for permission. Stop lowering your vision. Stop playing to the tune of tired systems built to contain you. Because what if you never needed to raise again? What if the world itself reached toward you because what you create is needed, unstoppable, undeniable? What if you burn so brightly that capital desires you, not the other way around? That future isn't just possible, it's waiting. It's ignited by those who refuse to rest, by those who dare to be rare, fierce, unrelenting. The only question left, will you be one of them?